Besides sending the police, you might want to send an ambulance or a hearse.
Hello, Billy Ho here. Week 2 already. PGA season, leg 2 of the Hawaii Swing Sony Open full field event. We're going to get to cracking, but before we get started, just on a more personal note, a good friend of the Discord, our guy, his name's Jose, and he goes by the name of Squirrel Man. And if you've seen him on Twitter or ever, he's really good dude and excellent DFS player, by the way. He's been diagnosed with cancer recently. I don't know if he wants me to share that, but he's got a little bit of a battle ahead of him. I don't know how severe it is. I didn't want to get too personal, but I just wanted to wish him all the best and just fight it. And you'll be back on your feet before you know it, and ripping them DFS and ripping the Billy Ho contest weekly. So I hope you can somehow still stay engaged with the Discord and whatnot through your process. But the best of luck to you, brother. We're all rooting for you over at the Flophouse Discord. And so let's get on with the show. Show 1's dedicated to you, DMX. It's X gonna give it to you, and he certainly did. He gave us that WD we was looking for last week at Sony. So that was always fun. And I'm glad I got off of him, but most everybody did. We all knew. That's the thing about social media nowadays is it doesn't take much to start a firestorm across the industry. So that was one of them. The other one was in Captain Hindsight mode, as we're going to take a look at the leaderboard. Is Colin Morikawa has got a pretty comfortable lead on this. And the thing that I did mention in my video last week was that he was number 1 in the field throughout the last 36 holes, which was basically the entire fall swing in ball striking, approach, off the tee, what he does best. And all he has to do, he was dead last in the short game, putting and whatnot. So that was the problem with these big greens and wide open fairways. He wasn't going to have too many opportunities to have to use the short game around the green. But slow greens, Bermuda greens, he can putt when he has to. And that's how he's getting it done. It's vintage Colin Morikawa. So now everybody's going to be on his nutsack from here going on out. So anyway, enough of that. We're going to get into some stuff, look at some preview for the course. So let's get after it. All right. This is my article. I've already published it for the Sony. It's a work in progress. I'll be filling in details as we go, but always you got the subscribe now. You just click on that link and it'll take you right to my YouTube page. And that's what I need is the all those big time sponsors and subscribers and all that good stuff to get the channel rolling. And this is just kind of an intro to the article, let you know a little bit about Wiley Country Club. It's different than what we played this week. Obviously shorter, obviously par 70. The fairways are more narrow. The greens are a little bit smaller, 7,100 square feet, but they're still huge. Greens in regulation are a lot higher. Accuracy is down. We'll get into that in just a second. But the Wiley Country Club is it's a beautiful golf course. I love that little W right there in the picture. So I thought I had to have that. But make or break stats. The first one is putting. And yes, driving accuracy is important, and it is lower here. It's down around 52% accuracy rate, but the rough is not penalizing. So what that means is you can get off the green, off the fairway, and still be able to get to your scrambling on. And they'll say scrambling is an important stat, but really it's just playing your second shot from the first cut of rough, or a lot of situations where you can just knock it on the green and still have a chance to make your par and your birdie. and that's what scrambling is getting there. Even if you miss the fairway, is getting on the green and making your pars and still being able to score. And this is our scorecard here. Put that in there. Trends. One of the trends you will hear all week long, holes 9 and 18 are the 2 par 5s. They are super easy. 9 is, I believe, more eagleable, able, because it's straighter. It's a 18 is a massive dog leg, so you got to kind of lay it out there, and then you're still 250 out, so it's kind of tough to get up there, but it's possible. But 9 is, I think, leads to more eagles. It's obviously shorter, 494. So that's the one. But 40% of your under par scoring is going to have to come from those 2 holes. You basically need to go at least 7 to 8 under on average, and that's to average a birdie. Like if you say you par once, you need an eagle. So basically, you need to average a birdie. So 8 under to 10 under, get an eagle in there somewhere. And also, the next trend is a big trend as well. And this is a list of all the players in the field at Tournament of Champions this week. And they are guys that I will be interested in: Sung J M, Tom Kim, maybe Keegan, but guys like Corey Connors, JT Poston playing pretty well. Adam Svensson, who had a tough day yesterday, shot himself out of it, but he's still a great ball striker, so I don't mind him. Mike Hughes. These are some guys that I will target because the trend is that most of the time your winners coming right from the Tournament of Champions over to Sony. So, guys like Decky last year. And this is actually last week's stuff. But this, I just wanted to show you this because this is what you're going to see. I'll have players to target. I'll have, a couple of lists of those, some big timers and different things like that, other guys. And that's kind of how it looked. Then I'll have kind of like an estimated ownership thing down here. And I will be adding to this as the week progresses. But what you need to know for Wiley is that you don't have to be, distance is not important. The shorter knockers, you see guys like Kevin Na win, Seamus Power will be up there. Decky is long enough off the tee, but these guys that'll get hot. And Decky won because he gained 7 strokes putting. That's why putting is going to be the make or break stat. Putting, the guy who gains 6 or 7, the guy who makes the tee to green game look good and is the best ball striker in the field that gains 4 to 6 strokes putting is going to win this golf tournament, period. So I just wanted to show you all that. And over here, this is a quick look at the Century. You can see Morikawa is 26 under. He's 7 clear of Luke List. And Scheffler, I thought, was going to be the one guy that might catch him. But I don't think any of these guys are going to get hot enough. Hoagie doesn't have enough holes. Hoagie will be another one I targeted. And I heard a rumor that he's actually flying out of after this tournament to go to the national championship game on Monday because he's a TCU grad. So that's interesting. Then he's flying right back. So I don't know about jet lag and partying and all that kind of good stuff. But you can see John Rahm climbed his way back up here. So he might be a guy. If he's playing next week, I can't for 100% say for sure. But hopefully a couple of the sites that I belong to will get players loaded in earlier because I don't like having to wait till Monday. We used to get on Fantasy National all the time, and now I've switched over to Rick Run Good. So shout out Rick. Get those following week fields loaded in so we can start our research on Saturday and Sunday. You yourself come out and said the field is set 5 o'clock Friday afternoon. So I'd say by Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, you ought to have options for the new field for the following week. That's just my 2 cents. So I'm going to get on out of here. Guys like Tom Kim, I told you the type of players that you're going to need. So subscribe to the channel. The DraftKings video will be more in depth once we get pricing out. Don't forget the contest. And until the next video, we will see you soon. Thanks for watching.